Call him up, and he's going to get an opportunity.
He'll be at second base with Brian Rocchio moving over to shortstop today for the Guardians. But the real story, Arch, will be the big rig.
Big rig. Let's hope he can throw strikes like he did in his last start. We told you his numbers against the Dodgers were outstanding. And in his career against Kansas City, he is making his ninth start. 2-1 record, 2.36 ERA against this ball club. And his, he's pitched very well. So let's hope he can throw a lot of strikes and keep that defense, get him into the dugout early.
For Matt Quatrero and the Kansas City Royals, their starting lineup looks like this. Michael Garcia will lead it off. Then Bobby Witt in the 2-hole. Vinny Pasquantino will hit third. Salvi Perez bats cleanup. Then Carter Jensen, the DH, is fifth. Jonathan India batting sixth. Jack Caglione, Isaac Collins, Kyle Isbell rounded out. Royals come in 5-5 on the young campaign. The Guardians at 6-5. Still on the top spot in the Central Division by a half game over Kansas City. Gavin's first pitch is a little high, ball one, and we are underway with a game time temperature of 33 degrees. Wind blowing in. Rick, I think this is the first day. I mean, I know it's only game 5 of the young season here at home, but it's the first time the wind's blowing straight in.
Yeah.
Up to now, it's been more out of the west, kind of blowing out toward right and right center, but today it's not going to go very far.
That means it's coming off the lake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, the first day, would we have 70-some degrees?
Oh,
it was gorgeous.
Perfect.
And it was absolutely perfect.
Was that this year?
Yes. Doesn't seem like it, but it was.
Gavin with a fastball strike, 2-2 on Michael Garcia. Angel Martinez in left field. He's now more than 100 feet off the line as Stephen Kwan moves over toward right center. And Garcia could not get up the ladder to catch up to that fastball. And a strikeout for Gavin Williams, one down.
That's a tough one to catch up to. When you elevate it, and it looked like it might have been a little above that strike zone. It was tough to get on top of that one. He will start the ball game with his first strikeout.
Now Bobby Witt Jr. Hard to believe it was already 4 years ago that Bobby Witt Jr. and Stephen Kwan made their debuts in Kansas City against each other. Anything about Bobby Witt, he was sensational from the get-go.
Well,
and Stephen Kwan, we didn't.
Right.
Outside of, we were just getting to know him, and outside of Cleveland, nobody knew anything about Stephen Kwan. And by year's end, people were like, "Oh, that's a pretty good rookie class."
How about the first series he had in Kansas City? You know, Witt was the guy that everyone was expecting to make a debut, and they were looking forward to it, but they didn't know much about Stephen Kwan, but they have both succeeded.
But I will say something to both of you guys. They didn't know a lot, but by the time we left Kansas City, everyone knew. Remember, there was a base on our plane because he didn't swing and miss that whole weekend.
Ground ball to Jose Ramirez. He gathers and throws, and Bobby Witt is retired, 2 down. The debut of Stephen Kwan in Kansas City, that weekend he hit everything in sight.
I mean, you couldn't, and then we were talking to ourselves, what is this guy? He's finding every hole. He looked like a Rod Carew in his first series. And I'll tell you what, he hasn't disappointed. He continues to play well against Kansas City, always has, and I bet he always will.
And as Andre pointed out, it felt like he went a month before he swung and missed.
Well, they were keeping track of it. I know that.
Yeah.
It got up to about 119, I think, swings, which we will never, I won't say never see again, but.
I can say that. You can't.
Mr. No Jinx up there.
Vinny Pasquantino 1 for 4 last night with a run scored. Swats this one high in the air to left. Playable though for Angel Martinez near the line, makes the catch. And the Royals go 1-2-3. The Guardians are coming to bat. Here's a look at the Guardians starting lineup for Stephen Vogt, brought to you by Progressive. Stephen Kwan, the leadoff man, followed by Angel Martinez, then Jose Ramirez. David Fry bats cleanup. Reese Hoskins is fifth. Juan Brito in his major league debut batting sixth. C.J. Kafis, Austin Hedges, and Brian Rocchio batting ninth. Left-hander Noah Cameron delivers up high, ball one. Stephen Kwan 2 for 4 with a home run last night. Cameron, he rushes it up there pretty good. Low 90s with the fastball.
Well, he had an outstanding rookie year for Kansas City, 9-7.
Right back up the middle and caught by Bobby Witt for out number 1.
When you look at his numbers on the year, he's made one start. That game against Minnesota, he pitched 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run allowed. He walked 1 and struck out 5. But you know, last year he was very good. His ERA was 2.99. That was first. His rookies, his WHIP, average against, and he pitched twice against us. He beat us once. We beat him here last time in Cleveland.
You know, he pitched well in his first start, but we mentioned last night that the Twins have had some bullpen issues. And that game, he gave up 1 run. They've ended up winning 13-9.
Had to bring Ursig in the game, didn't they, late?
Yeah, that was a miserable day, and rain and wind and blowing everything. They should have called it after 6, is from what I understand.
You're right. Arch, let me ask you. I asked Stephen Votis, I'm curious. If you saw a guy in spring training, did that help you in the regular season?
It could. You know, in spring training, you're just looking for it. You're not going to take a whole lot out of it, but you know, anytime you face a guy once, you can maybe see where he's throwing from, his arm slot. It could help a little bit.
Well, on March 19th, we faced Cameron, and the guy that stepped into the plate hit a 3-run homer off of him. Manzo hit 1 off of him as well. So he gave up 4 earned that day on 5 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. I was just curious because you usually say the more you get to see a guy, the more it helps.
Right.
They did a good job against him a month ago.
Well, Jose took him deep last year.
That's right.
Here, it was a solo home run, but you know, he pitched 7 innings, but we beat him 2-0, and he took the loss. But you know, he's got a good changeup, and that's what you'll see. He likes to throw that change. He won't throw them to the left-handers. He'll throw it to the right-handers, and he'll throw lefties more fastballs and cutters, where he'll throw like cutters.
In the air left field, back goes Collins. He's got room. Wind knocking it down and makes the catch. The Guardians roll 1-2-3, no score after 1. Here this afternoon, that sun, you would think maybe it helps take a little bit of the chill off. It doesn't.
Makes it look better.
I think it definitely, you know, during the winter, which I guess, I mean, technically it feels like we still are in winter, but when it's sunny, it's amazing. Your disposition's completely different in the wintertime.
Absolutely right.
Brian Rocchio throws it over and retires Salvador Perez 1 away. Toyota keys to the game. Gavin Williams, a very minuscule 236 career earned run average against Kansas City. Hopefully that continues.
Yeah, he's always been good against lefties. You can see last 2 years a 157 average in his career. For Gavin, it's like a 190, so he's been able to handle them. And this year, they are 2 for 25 against him. So he's been, man. And that 1 hit was a 3-run home run in Seattle. But he has been dealing. He didn't have good control in his first start, but he picked it back up in his last start.
Drilled deep right, back is Kafis. He's out of room, and it's up into the seats. Carter Jensen has homered in his 2nd consecutive game, giving Kansas City a 1-0 lead.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, that's how you have to hit him today.
Almost the same swing as last night, Art.
Yes, that line drive. I mean, his one he hit last night was out of here in a couple of seconds, just like that one. That young man's got a really nice swing.
Yesterday. Was it up belt high today?
Yeah, it was. It was right there, and it was middle of the plate. He challenged him, but it was right to the barrel of the bat, and he was quick getting there and got on top of it, and it was a line drive, so Kansas City will take the lead 1-0.
Jonathan India, he gets after it, fouls it back.
Matt, you're talking about people with blankets around here and down here. I saw somebody in a 28 Manning jersey. I don't know if that'll keep them warm, but they got it.
Is my son here?
There's a lot of them that claim they're your son.
He went too far, and it's a strike. Jonathan India, 0-2.
That might have been one of Rick's rejects.
Oh man, what I would do to be in that crowd back in the day.
A little low. I'm just thinking if somebody's wearing a jersey today, then it must be triple XL because you got to layer up. You're not just showing up in a jersey. India down swinging. He chased one off the plate. Second strikeout for Gavin.
Matt, if I was telling the truth, he did have a coat over it, but he showed it to me.
The right fielder, number 14, Jack Caglione.
There's a nice little cutter, look like.
Jack Caglione. And he takes a fastball for a strike. Caglione was 1 for 4 last night. This is where Kansas City has been at their most dangerous so far on the year. Their 2-out batting average as a team is .292, which is only fifth best in the majors.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. And what we look at, India has 8 RBIs on that team, and all of them have come with 2 outs.
Yeah, and I think he only had 14 all of last year. That's crazy. The 2-2. Blew it by him upstairs. And so Gavin Williams with that high-octane fastball has struck out 3 Royals. But Kansas City. And Salvi Perez doing the DHing here this afternoon for Kansas City. David Fry leads off here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Fry, he is DHing for Cleveland.
David Fry 2 for 5 against Cameron last year.
Our game time temperature this afternoon of 33 degrees is the coldest game time temperature for a Guardians game in 8 years. You have to go back to 2018 when they had a game against Detroit. That was at also 33 degrees at the start of the game. Oh, he chased on that one. No, first base umpire Dan Isonia gives him a reprieve.
He caught a break right there. It looked like it from where I'm standing. And there's first base.
I'll tell you, from that angle, it doesn't look like as bad as it did from our angle. Let's put it that way. From behind, sometimes it looks like they went farther than maybe they actually do.
When you get that body going forward, you know, like that, it looks like you have to be out in front of home plate with it.
Noah Cameron with the 1-2 pitch. Oh, that didn't feel good.
Oh boy.
Art, what's the coldest you ever remember as a player? Do you anything stand out to you where you say, man, I remember one day? And
not one day. Off the inner shin. We played in a lot of cold, damp weather. Well, there's the lowest temperatures here. I've never played here, so I don't know what it was back at the other place, but it was damp and cold in a lot of games.
The 1-2. Don't beat yourself up, really.
Did that go off him again?
It sure sounded like it.
This one might have been the front foot. I mean,
he cut the instep, so maybe there's enough padding on the bottom of the shoe where he didn't feel it quite as much. He felt that first one. The 1-2. Up and away.
It's the old show fastball. He didn't go for it. So the game change up.
There it was. Change up strikes him out.
Yeah, he set it up. Set it up nicely.
First baseman, number 8.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Cameron, he's not the finesse lefty. He's got a little giddy up to it.
You know, he's got enough to keep you honest, that's for sure. You see that cutter is a little bit slower than that, 4 miles an hour. The slider's slower than that in his changeup, and he will throw the changeups to right-handers. That's one of his favorite pitches. He will not throw them to left-handers, though.
Here is Rhys Hoskins, 0 for 4 last night. Rhys had the misfortune in his second at bat of hitting into a rare 5-6-4-3 double play. Hadn't happened since 1995. And it was really a tough deal for him because he hit a bullet. It was a line drive to third, with a runner on base, and it went off the glove of the third baseman right to Bobby Witt, who went to second, on to first for the double play that ended the inning. Last time that had happened was a game in Montreal in the San Francisco infield, started by Matt Williams at third base, and Robbie Thompson in the pivot at second helped turn that identical double play.
And no shifting back in '95. They weren't shifting back then, so that was a long time ago.
Struck him out. 2 down. Now the major league debut of Juan Brito.
Batting 6th for the Guardians.
Stephen Vogt always enjoys that opportunity as a manager to write somebody's name into the lineup card for the first time ever, knowing what a special day and moment this is. And for Juan Brito, especially so, because of what happened last year. He played just 31 total games at AAA. He had a right thumb sprain. Then he had surgery that sidelined him until June 12th. Then he came back and had a horrible hamstring injury. Like the worst kind that you can have. Ended up having surgery on that injury as well. So it was just he would have been in the big leagues a year ago. I mean, he was fast tracking his way to the show. Down to the dirt, 2-2. And Stephen Vogt told me, Rick, he just felt like this spring, watching Juan Brito go through his daily routines and the games when he played, he saw a more confident and a calmer Juan Brito, which is a testament to him after everything he's been through. You would have thought maybe just the opposite would have been true.
Well, when we saw him play for the first
smash left field, fair ball. Brito on his horse. He's going to think two. He's going to go for a double. Here's the throw. It's cut off. In standing with a double in his first big league at bat is Juan Brito.
Yeah, and you take a look in the dugout and you can see they're all up on that top step clapping for him, which is very good. I was going to say, when he first came up, you could see like he might have been a little intimidated here, but when you get around it, he got a nice pitch on the middle of plate, took advantage of it, and he will cruise into second base. Welcome back.
He's in scoring position with 2 down for C.J. Kafis, and he pops it up shallow right center. Witt, the shortstop, calls for it and makes the catch. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've played 2. It's Kansas City with a double in his first major league at bat, and boy, he got after it. Swung the bat with authority. Guardians down a run here. 3rd inning. Gavin Williams goes to work. Isaac Collins leans back. It's ball 1. Collins, a switch hitter, was 0 for 4, struck out his last 3 times up in the game last night. Spent last year with Milwaukee. And There's a foul right back.
Well, he ran that fastball inside on him. He barely moved his bat, but caught a piece of the barrel and fouled off. So he ended up stealing a strike right there. Didn't take much, did it? That evens a count at 2.
No challenge from Austin Hedges. Full count.
Good pitch. I mean, it's a teaser. It's one that you think the hitter would swing at. But boy, that was a nice pitch. It looked like it might have been just a hair outside.
He lost him, ball 4. First walk issued by Gavin Williams. And a word now from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Can you get the guaranteed lowest prices on the top mattress brands for life? Only one place, Levin.
Here is Kyle Isbell. Can handle the bat. He swung it well, but you always have to be, you always have to be cognizant of the fact that he will square around and drop a bunt down.
Well, Jose knows that. He hit a liner at Jose, who was on the grass yesterday, and got an out off the bat of Isbell. He's been swinging it good so far this year. Here's an at bat. Jose on the grass, and he hit a liner. He hit it where it was pitched, but Jose just put the glove up and said, no, thank you.
Isbell 1 hit behind Michael Garcia for the team lead. Isbell has a dozen knocks on the year, including 2 homers and a double. They're really hoping that he can provide that spark at the bottom of the order. Collins draws a throw. They got him. Oh, it was very close. I thought Sonny was loading up to punch him out.
I think they will look at that, at least take a chance, because it looked like it from our angle. It was quick. Look how fast he gets that ball over there. If he tagged him, you got to.
Call on the field is safe at first base. Cleveland is challenged.
I think it's worth it.
Didn't it look like Dan Asani was loading up, like he's getting ready to throw the right hand?
He knew the ball beat him, and I think he did tag him in the hip.
Maybe he changed his mind, and that happens.
When he took the hop, it looked like he was going to punch him out.
Right? Don't you think though that sometimes as an umpire, maybe you see it and you're like, oh no, and you change your mind? Maybe that happened to him. I don't know.
It looked like they got him on the hip.
He should have tapped his head afterwards.
Wait a minute, let me check that. Check that.
Well, he had him picked, whether if it's overturned or not. The ball beat him there, and let me see where the tag is. Look at the hip.
Oh yeah, he's out.
Yes, we don't see the hand, but I think he is out.
I don't think we need to see it, Arch. He's got it.
It's up in the air. Yeah. You can see the fingers grabbing for it.
All right, then that's what I'm thinking. Let's go.
Matt, you make a good point about their lineup. If they can get Isbell as well as Collins to get on base with the 2 guys they have coming after, it's a game changer.
Sure, for Garcia and Witt, yes, no doubt.
That's kind of what Matt Quattro's
After
been
review, the
looking
call on the
for.
field is overturned. Runner is out. Cleveland retains their challenge.
Really nice job by Gavin Williams, and of course Reese Hoskins to slap the tag on him. And Collins, the leadoff man, is erased after the walk. Now Isbell back in there with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And he falls behind, 3-1.
You can hear Gavin. He's after he threw that pitch. He's let a couple pitches go this inning where he's frustrated out on his delivery. So he must feel something like
he's getting open too soon.
I got to follow through.
Right. Well, he said,
he's opening up, but it's a chilly day.
Swings at the 3-1, pops it left side out of play.
It is a cold day, and I'm going to give you guys some credit. Usually on cold days I'm mad at you, but as I look up there, there's only a couple doors open, and you guys are one of them. So, way to be a part of the game. And not
a couple doors open, man. The window's open. Let's go.
I'm giving you credit for why.
We don't need credit for that. We grew up in Niagara Falls, Ashland. We're good.
Tell them, look, nobody else is doing
It's
it.
like springtime. 3-2 low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, but luckily the pickoff. So only a runner at first.
Batting for the Royals.
Well, the Royals will wrap up this series tomorrow, and that'll be an afternoon game, 1:10. Great seats still available. Get yours now at CLEGuardians.com, and I promise you it's going to be warmer tomorrow than today.
All right, Wally. I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, indeed.
Off the end of the bat, center field, and the catch made by Kwan. 2 down.
For Kansas City, the shortstop, Bobby Witt.
And up comes Bobby Witt. Ground out to third, his first time up. You know, I was just thinking back, Rick, 4 years ago when Bobby Witt made his debut along with Stephen Kwan. We were getting ready for that game, and at the team hotel ran into Bobby Witt's dad, and the whole family was staying at our hotel. And obviously, even though Bobby Witt Sr. had a long career in the big leagues, played a little time in Cleveland, and he was excited.
He ended his career in Cleveland, didn't
that's
he?
right. Yeah, he was excited like any dad would be to watch his son make his major league debut. And we were giddy with excitement because we had been grounded for the previous 2 years because of COVID. We had called games in the studio. We hadn't been out on the road.
Don't remind us. Oh.
We were all excited.
Now they want to keep us off the road.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Well, a big rig after back-to-back walks. Pulls himself up by the bootstraps and gets out of trouble. He has fanned 4 in 3 innings of work. Here at Progressive Field, the Guardians down a run as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and Austin Hedges leads it off. Hedges 4 for 8 on the young season with a double in each of his 2 starts. And remember, he got plunked on the hand right before the end of spring training. So he was a little tender when the campaign began. Sometimes you always think an injury can be a blessing in disguise, in that maybe it forces you to maybe not grip the bat as tight or just relax a little bit.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, but it can happen.
Up high, 2-2. What were some of the things, you know, I'm thinking back in covered wagon times, what were some of the things that you would do on a day where the temperature is way below normal for baseball to just try to, you know, I don't know, stay warm or just keep yourself from...
Just watch the defenders in between pitches. You got to have a pitcher throwing strikes. If you go, I mean, if they start falling behind 2-0 and you get foul balls, they got to keep their hand warm because, you know, it gets numb. You know, you got no cover. You're not going to wear gloves or anything on your hand like you can in football. But you want to see your pitcher throw strikes, and they'll be ready to go and get you in. And I mean, you have to just keep moving around.
Bet365 betting odds. That's a good point, though. I don't think I've ever seen, maybe I'm mistaken, I don't think I've ever seen a baseball player wear a glove on his throwing hand.
No.
But quarterbacks do it in football.
I know they do. They do, but in baseball you don't do it, man. You gotta keep that hand warm.
Heck, Tom Brady wore one when it was hot.
Yeah, some guys, you're right, Dre. They got to a point where they couldn't throw without it.
What do they like the grip better or something?
I think so. They were able to spin it a little bit more.
Okay. No, the pitchers and catchers, they're in on everything, but all those of the defenders are just sitting out there. You're walking around.
You know what they also
pocket.
didn't have back in your day was those little hand warmer things.
Yeah.
You know, you just shake them up.
They didn't invent those yet.
No, they had baggies for you.
They have though. They've got those little hand warmers, but like Rocchio, when you see him go back out there, he's got a, you know, like almost like quarterbacks, like a hand warmer, and they've got batteries to keep them warm. But still, you got to take it out to play.
I mean, you can keep it in there, yes. And now they've got their heaters in the dugout.
Noah Cameron sets, throws a little high, pulled him off the bag.
Yeah, it sure did. Pasquantino knew it. He said, "It's my fault," but he stretched as long as he could, and it just brought him off the base. He put something on it, did Noah Cameron, and it's just a little wild. You can tell he dropped down, and there's the foot off the base. You keep hustling out, and boom, there it is.
You got to feel. You can see the first base. He's trying to get that foot back down, but you can't when you get pulled off.
Not if you want to catch the
right
ball. Yeah, and that's the thing. He did catch it, but boy, he can't stretch any more than that.
So the error on Cameron gives the Guardians a one-out base runner for Stephen Kwan, who takes a strike.
Matt, I brought up to Kwani that it was 4 years ago that his career started, and he looked at me. And I go, "You remember anything from that day?" And he goes, "Andre, my head was so much was going on." He said, "I can't believe it's been that long."
Double play ball. And we'll head to the fourth. Kansas City 1, Cleveland nothing.
I was there today. It looks like they're building something else down there.
They are expanding, Arch. You're very they are.
I saw it. I'm thinking, holy smokes, they're doing a lot of work.
I heard they're going to have you open it up when they.
I'd love to.
Manny Pasquantino leads off here in the fourth for Kansas City and takes a strike from Gavin Williams. 1-1 the count. Foul. Yeah, there's been a lot of activity in downtown Cleveland. I mean, you think back just the last several years that Sherwin-Williams building their corporate headquarters. That building has been rising out of the ground for several years. I think it's completed now. The 1-2. That's drilled foul as well. And it seems like everywhere you go in downtown Cleveland, even throughout the flats, there are new apartment buildings popping up left and right.
Everywhere,
Pasquantino can't catch up to the Gasolina. Number 5 for Gavin Williams.
Well, it's tough. And as a hitter, you got to try and lay off of this pitch because you're not going to get on top of it. And it's a ball to begin with, but you know, you try. But Gavin's got such good stuff now. He'll throw that cutter. The sweeper's been good for him. Well, when he stays nice and tight and compact, he's a nasty guy to try and hit.
Salvi Perez grounded to short, his only time up. Chased one. Count evens up.
Yeah, you take the nice sinker that looks good, and you swing at that breaking ball away. That looks like you're guessing with him.
I was going to say a guess hitter is what that comes off as.
Yeah.
And we said it last night. Remember, he swung at a bunch of sliders and ended up watching a fastball.
He still has a way of punishing mistakes. We have seen him chase pitches like that. You can get him to expand the strike zone, but boy, you hang one, and he's not going to miss him usually.
That's what's got to make it scary going against a guy like this. He can look bad for 6-7 swings, and then he'll still get you.
The 2-2. He's able to hold up. Full count.
All right, there's the patience there on 2-2. Let's see if it is on 3-2. But that one that's a tough one to get a guy to swing at. He laid off.
third walk issued by Gavin Williams against the 5 strikeouts. The rookie Carter Jensen.
Boy, he had a line drive. Now watch, that was last night, and he comes back today and does the same thing.
Arch, most lefties we say like the ball low, but off those 2 swings, he lights it up.
Hey, he got on top of both of them.
Fastball strike.
That ball he hit today off Gavin might have been a cutter because it was only like 91.
Yeah, it wasn't his 4-seamer.
No, it was
sure. Slowly chopped to second. Nice feed by Brito to Rocchio to get the force at second. 2 down. Just wasn't hit hard enough, especially with the left-handed hitting Carter Jensen getting out of the box quickly. So 2 down for Jonathan India.
This is the guy, when you talk about this lineup 2 outs, this is the guy to be careful with. All of his RBIs have come with 2 outs.
He had 2-out home run last night. That was the dagger in the 8th inning. Just outside. 2-0.
There it is.
That made it 4-1. Guardians got 1 run closer, but lost 4-2. And now Gavin is searching for it. He's behind 3-0 with left-handed hitting Jack Caglione on deck. And yeah, thank you. Austin Hedges will challenge. ABS powered by
Call ball
T-Mobile.
is being challenged by the catcher.
Wow, it was high.
Call's confirmed. It is ball 4. Time.
So Cleveland loses one of their challenges.
For the Royals, right fielder Jack Caglione.
Second straight inning, Gavin has walked 2 batters. 2 on a 2 out for Jack Caglione. Yeah, here goes Austin Hedges. Somebody had to go out there to just try to shake it up a little bit.
Settle him down a little bit. I don't know if he's rushing and not staying behind the ball like he was, but he was locked in there for a little while.
He breezed through the first 2 innings, even with the Carter Jensen solo homer, striking out 3. Then walked back-to-back hitters to open the 3rd. Got out of it. 2 more walks here in the 4th. Mentioned that Kansas City has the 5th best 2-out batting average in the majors at 292. With runners in scoring position and 2 out, they're also 5th best in the majors with a 295 team batting average. And that's outside, 3-1. Caglione was trying to hit one over the right field seats, and he couldn't get to it. Full count. Runners go on the payoff pitch. And he just spoiled one.
Foul it off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know, you make them work harder. They did that last night. This is the best heater he's thrown in a while. He got through that one. That was a perfect pitch on the outside part of the plate, so he did a nice job to stay alive.
Again, the runners go, and the curveball is hit foul up the third base side. Well, he let that one track deep and almost kept it fair. That would have been a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that it was easy. He was elevated a little bit, and it allowed him to try and take it that way and didn't pull it. But it went foul, so now the third time he's going to try and get him on a 3-2 count.
There go the runners, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Gavin gets strikeout number 6, and Kansas City strands a pair. Stephen Vogt.
Stephen, does it ever get old seeing a guy make his first appearance in a game? Just your thoughts on Brito getting up here and having that at bat.
No, that's awesome. It's always fun when somebody makes their debut, and to get a double in your first at bat. Really special day for one, and we couldn't be happier for him.
Well, remember this because of the weather, I'm sure, but just as a former player and as a manager, what do you tell your guys in a day like today?
Fight. I mean, everybody's cold. Doesn't matter who you are. So it's not an excuse. It's not anything. But the reality is it's cold. So go out there, do everything you can to stay warm, but fight and compete. And we're right in this game. We got to get it going.
I know you've talked about offensively. People look at numbers, but you look at quality at bats. I know you've seen them. Just got to be patient to wait to see the fruit come out of it.
Yeah, we need some results. I mean, we're having good at bats. We just need to square some more balls up, and we're a little steep right now. Cameron's keeping us off balance, but we just got to string a couple barrels together and get something going.
Thank you very much.
Angel Martinez with an 0-2 strike count. Juan Brito, he had a double in his big league debut with 2 outs in the second inning. Andre, how do you get the fruit to come out?
I can't get words out, obviously, man. He looked at me after as he laughed. He goes, I can't. He goes, I knew exactly what you meant, but I can't talk either.
The 1-2 pitch. Angel yanks it foul.
How did I know that was going to be brought up? I was shaking my head the whole time like, yeah, go ahead, just get it.
You knew it.
You had us all, I mean, just backpedaling up here like, wait, what did he say? Up high, 2-2.
We may have to get Angel to start predicting stuff. Angel, before Brito came up, said, he goes, here comes a double watch. So he's on him. Now we get Juan to say he's going to do something.
Just missed outside, maybe a tad high. Full count.
I'd like to get some leadoff man aboard. Haven't had him on board yet.
Bloop toward right, and it will get down for a base hit. Angel fought it off just beyond Jonathan India's reach. He was chasing it, but couldn't get to it.
Boy, that's something too when you're a fielder and you know the ball's hit your way, and it's a change up off the end of the bat, and he knows he's not going to get there, but you got to get after it and try. Watch it, just out of his reach. It's almost like it's slow motion. Out of the reach, there's a knock. Leadoff man aboard.
Now here's Jose Ramirez. Hyundai in the driver's seat, and his career against American League Central Division opponents, Jose has cleaned house. Yeah, it's called a strike.
Oh, yeah, you go out there, he starts him off with a changeup and then dots the outside edge with a fastball. This kid has got good stuff.
Well, Jose didn't. He lined up a little bit differently before the at bat and got right behind to catch where it's coming from. You know, he doesn't do that often, but usually
pick it up.
Yes.
So when you watch him come up, it comes out of like his left ear. When you see him, it's right behind his head, and he comes at it, so he may be a little tough to pick up.
I'm thinking that's why he was standing where he was, yes.
Yeah, just to see where it's coming out of. Watch this. See that?
Behind his head.
It's
there,
right
yeah.
behind his head right there, and the next thing you know, all of a sudden you get it. 87. That's going to be off speed.
David Fry struck out his first time up, but not before he fouled a couple of balls off of his shin.
Goodness, yeah. He doesn't even have to go in the trainer's room and ice it down. Fouled that first one off. That hurt.
Yeah. Then he caught the instep of his foot. That's outside 2-0. So you've got a runner aboard and a good hitter's count now for Fry. Three balls, no strikes. With Rhys Hoskins, the veteran, waiting on deck. I wonder if a lot of these hitters are trying to pick up that release point that you were just talking about. Not a lot of experience or at-bats against him. So
right. Well, there's 4 straight. That's his first walk of the afternoon.
And Matt, that kind of played into why I asked about the spring training game, because you're right. A lot of our hitters, yeah, they've seen him, but they haven't seen him a lot. And they're not picking it up really well. So I think that spring training game helped, but not enough yet.
Tell you what, he had a good year last year. I told you, 2.99 ERA for his first year in the league, 9-7 record.
Can you face the same pitcher, but based on where the game is played at, it looks different from your perspective as a hitter because of the backdrop in the ballpark?
It could.
So today's a little bit different than obviously when you're facing him out in Goodyear.
Oh yeah, that'd be totally different. You would think you get a much better view here with the backdrops they have at the big league level, or in Kansas City.
Well, Matt,
you know, and he's made 2 starts, 1 here and 1 there.
And Matt, you and I have discussed this in spring training, that, you know, sometimes the pitcher's just working on stuff. It's a little bit different, right? If he's just working on his fastball, you know.
True, like Rick said, there's no sequencing necessarily.
It's like throwing strikes. And he's a controlled pitcher, so you got to go out there and he may leave something over the plate.
Well, second time through the order. Guardians have a hit and a walk.
I'd rather face him in these ballparks because the ball doesn't travel as far now. Get to Arizona, it's a launching pad.
Oof. I always wonder about that, Arch. You have a good spring and it's been 85 degrees every day, and then you how much does that help you? You know?
Well, you know, it's warm too. Baseball's meant, you know,
no
it's
doubt.
warm. You can feel the bat. You can get loose. It feels good. A little different here.
Throw to second, but Angel was back in time.
A nice play, nice turn, and a nice throw. We're seeing that more and more when guys get on second base now in baseball, where they're going to try that pickoff move to keep them close to second base and hopefully get a free out.
Got him looking. He's going to challenge that.
Ball strikes being challenged by the batter.
It's a ball, and Rhys Hoskins wins the challenge.
Ball's overturned as a ball. Legally
I'll
retained.
tell you what, not by
goodness.
much. Just by the hair of my chinny chin. I mean, right below it. It can't be any closer than that.
And if he doesn't win that challenge, the Guardians are out of challenges for the remainder of the game.
Right. That's a good one there.
2 on, and the 2-2 pitch to Rhys. Outside, full count. How aggressive do they play this?
No, strength is change up.
Oh, he got him looking. And he's not going to take another chance on a challenge here.
He came right back with that changeup. That's his bread and butter to the right-handers. Oh, that's a cutter. That's a cutter. I'm sorry. I thought it was a changeup. He threw it to the outside part of the plate. That would have taken guts right there to challenge that one.
So 2 down for Juan Brito. Doubled his first time up, trying to bloop one in, but Collins, the left fielder, will make the catch. No runs, a hit, 2 left, and after 4, it's still 1-0 Kansas City.
Book your group event at CLEGuardians.com.
Gavin Williams facing Isaac Collins, who walked and then was picked off at first base to open the 3rd inning. By the way, we've got a group from the Cleveland Monsters here today. Cleveland Monsters Hockey Club plays right across the plaza there at the arena, and they're in the Calder Cup playoffs, 3rd straight playoff appearance. They were the Cup champs a little over a decade ago, so congratulations to the Monsters and good luck.
And they're going to be skating on the field after the game. They're just waiting for it to get over.
I love, by the way, 20-second timeout. I love the outdoor hockey game in the winter.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's become like a staple for me as much as watching bowl games.
Yeah,
I
New Year's
can't
Day?
wait.
Yes, I agree.
This year's was unbelievable game.
Was that the Florida one this year? Or where were they at this year?
Yeah, they were down in Tampa.
Yeah, yes.
And it was just like they couldn't believe how cold it was. They did all this work,
Right.
to, because it's Florida, and it was like frigid temperatures.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
They finally had normal weather.
It was a wild game too. It was just so much fun.
Matt, I'm with you. One New Year's, we may have to do that if they go close enough to us.
I think they need to do one here.
Amen.
Didn't they have the Buckeyes and
We did
Wolverines
Buckeyes
played here?
Bull- Yes, we did, yes.
That was fun. Now the 2-2. And that'll ring them up. Make that to go. 7 strikeouts for Gavin Williams as he gets Isaac Collins here in the 5th. Really nice breaking ball.
Yeah, just a beautiful pitch. You give up on it. It comes in a little bit.
All right, you guys said all that. They got that ball, threw it around the horn, threw it back to Gavin. He looked at the ball and didn't want it anymore. Just threw that great pitch with it. You think you want to keep it?
Maybe he wants to throw a fastball.
Okay.
Nope.
Go get me a bucket of curveballs.
Yeah, put those to the side.
They're down in the batting cage. Go get them. Where's the key to the batter's box?
Kyle Isbell takes, that's a ball, 2-0. He walked his first time up. There might be some fantasy campers still wandering around Winter Haven looking for the keys to the batter's box.
Oh, boy.
Arch, I get asked about that more than anything else in the offseason. Fantasy camp. You made an impression.
Of course we do. We did it for like 33
He's a broadcaster.
years.
He doesn't do impressions.
You're on fire today, I see.
5th walk issued by Gavin. That bugaboo just will not go away for him. He has struck out 7. He has walked 5. And only 1 hit, accounting for the only run of the game, the home run by Carter Jensen. Michael Garcia.
Well, think about this. He doesn't give up many hits anyway. It was like Tristan McKenzie. When he was was here pitching, he would hurt himself by walks. But the hitters never really hit him well. And it's the same thing with Gavin. Gavin, when he's throwing strikes, he's tough to put the ball in play and get hits on. I mean, there you'll see he's had some good innings. That 4th inning, of course, was a rough one, where he had a couple of walks and had to work his way through it, but got out of it.
Right back at us.
Arch ain't moving today, I see.
No, that's not worth it.
No.
If it was coming at me, I would have been moving out of the way.
I mean, to Rick's point, previously to Garcia, the last 8 batters, 1 guy has put the ball in play.
Yeah.
Make it 9. 8 strikeouts for Gavin.
I mean, he's got some kind of stuff as hitters. If you're looking for one thing, look at that ball come back today. The movement on it. That's a sinker. Look at it. That looked like a Cabrera changeup that was thrown here the other day when we were playing at Cubbies. That ball really moved.
So, yeah, so basically one time through the order now. There have been 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and Carter Jensen hit a ground ball to second base. That's the only ball that's been put in play. And so sometimes, Rick, I almost wonder, it's not because Gavin's wild. It's not like he's throwing them to the backstop and bouncing them all over the place. It's just that when he does throw a strike, they can't put it in play, and so those at-bats just kind of linger, and if it's borderline, they don't want to swing at it, they don't have to.
If they're trying to look at one thing and get it done.
Good throw by Hedgie, but a steal for Isbell, his 4th.
Well, you had to try something. That, you know, you can't stay stationary, not putting into play. You got, if you can run, and Isbell can, you take a chance at stealing a base, get yourself in scoring position. You have 2 outs, and you can see the ball just short hop Brito, but he ended up catching it. Kansas City, though, they're second in the league now, 11 stolen bases as a team.
1-2 count on Bobby Witt. Ring him up, and will Bobby challenge?
Yes,
yes, he will.
He challenged.
Called strike is being challenged by the batter.
Take another look. The ABS. Oh, that was clearly
Here's
a
the
ball.
Kansas City retains.
Close. So he remains alive. He knew that one was too high.
So that right there is a great visual example of the egregious mistakes that ABS would hope to clean up. That's one of the
100%
widest ones we've seen off the plate.
Agreed.
Or out of the strike zone.
Agreed.
Now the 2-2.
But when you saw it from up here, did you think it was a
Nope.
strike? You knew it. It was a ball.
No. I didn't. No, I couldn't tell.
You didn't hear him say ring him up? It looked like it from here.
I think the ones that I notice more from our vantage point are off the plate. You know, the in and out. The up and down from here is really hard to.
Yes, it is.
To third, Jose backhands it. Has to throw in a hurry. What a throw! On the money, on the move, and the side is retired. So Bobby Witt finally puts one in play for Kansas City, but look at Jose. Money. It's probably heated. It's a heated carrier.
Yeah.
Frozen pizza. Swing and a miss by C.J. Kafis. Oh yeah. That pizza looks strong right there. C.J. Kafis a rip, but he came up empty. 0-2. Noah Cameron has a lot of hit in each of the last 3 innings. Well, he's allowed 2 hits, and then his error allowed a base runner in the third. And that's a quick strikeout, 3 pitches.
He went on that one. It was tough from our angle.
4th strikeout for Cameron.
There's a better look that we get there.
Broken bat liner, base hit left field. Austin Hedges continues his early season hot hitting ways. He's hit in every game he has started.
Well, he wasn't going to spot him the fastball that time. He jumps on that first pitch, the fastball, here it is. Hits it off the end, but he gets enough of it to get it over the head of Bobby Witt. And there is their 3rd hit.
And Hedgie maintains that 500 batting average. 5 for 10. Here's Brian Rocchio.
Matt, I think Hedgie's still mad about the guy that got his numbers from last year tattooed on him. So he's trying to have that 500 numbers. The guy can change that tattoo. Arch, there's a guy, we don't know who it is, but he must have lost a bet is what I'm guessing. But he has Hedgie's numbers tattooed on like his chest from last season.
Get out of here.
You got it. It's amazing. And the guys in the clubhouse are letting him know about it.
So far, Noah Cameron has been as advertised, and what we've seen, he doesn't wow you in terms of velocity, but that fastball has been overpowering at times. And I'm guessing, Rick, because at least in the back of your mind, you're always thinking about that changeup.
Well, this guy, he's subtle. He may not jump out at you, he may not look like it, but he began his career with 5 straight quality starts, tying Steve Busby, who was a great pitcher for them. Yeah, he went 5 in a row from September 8th, and that was back in '72.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong. I was talking to Carl Willis before the game. We were talking about Walker last night, and Carl said he just pitches. He goes, he has that changeup. You're never balanced. You're always out in front, and he goes, and it's hard for guys to pinpoint, and jump the fastball because of that change. And it seems
then
like
he throws his cutter,
right?
And then he knows how to pitch. He's been around a long time.
And it's like Cameron's pitching a little bit like him from the other side right now.
Well, with Cameron, to me, the one thing that jumps out is that you think about a slider or a breaking ball as kind of being maybe their wipeout go-to pitch. For him, it's just I'll throw it for a strike. If I have to throw it for a strike, I can. Yeah. And the changeup is the one that is in the back of everybody's mind.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy, he's subtly making a name for himself. He's only the second pitcher in history, MLB history, to record at least 6 innings and allow 1 run or fewer in his first 5 career starts. And Fernando Valenzuela was the last one to do it. He did it, 7 times? 7 career starts. So this guy got off to a good start.
Well, in this day and age where young pitchers.
Off the end of the bat towards first. And Pasquantino will tag out Rocchio, 2 down. Tying run moves to scoring position. Austin Hedges is at second base. We're back to the top of the order, and Stephen Kwan.
I was just going to say, in this day and age where young pitchers don't throw deep into games in the minors, that says a lot about what Cameron can do. Arch.
Yeah, you come up here. Well, right now we need to get a nice clutch 2-out hit here.
It's coming.
And with Hedgie out there, he knows he's going to have to get a pretty good jump, but you can see Witt is right behind him there. He's not going to let him get off too much. And Kwani, if you stay on him, you're probably going to hit him to left side or to the left field. So he's got to concentrate and get a good secondary lead.
Line drive left center field. That's in the alley. That'll get down. That'll tie the game.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Stephen Kwan, who at .336 a year ago with runners in scoring position, it was 9th best in the American League, and he delivers with a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position to tie it up.
Yeah. And Kwan's so good at this. 2 outs, guys in scoring position. He got a spinner, and he stayed on it. It was elevated, so it made him where he could go over the shortstop's head. And look at that. As soon as that ball's off, he didn't think twice. He was thinking all about that, but it wasn't hit right at the left fielder, so he could score easily, and a nice clutch hit.
You said something to me as we were walking out of the game last night, and you said, in baseball, you have to be prepared to run hard all the time. If you don't run hard all the time, then sometimes that's when injuries pop up, because your body's not used to, you're kind of jogging or going half speed, and then all of a sudden you go full speed,
right?
And something happens where Hedgie, some guys, because we're not blessed with great speed, all we do is run hard all the time.
Right.
And I think with Hedgie, it looks like he's running for his life, but that's just the way he has to run. But he does it every single time.
Yes, he does. And that's all you can ask for as a third base coach. Give me your 100% every time when I get in a situation like this. And when they send you, they expect to, because you got a good jump.
That reminds me of what Voter said about Jose. He said he's played this long because he always plays hard, never doesn't run hard. Just off of what you guys are saying.
That's like when you got to hit ground balls on the infield. Sometimes you'll take some time off and you won't hustle down. If you run through hard and run through that bag every time, you'll know exactly how many steps you have to take. You'll hit the base the same way every single time.
Well, kids, Bobby Witt says Jose's his favorite player, and they both run hard to first base every single time.
And I was a little bit worried as we went to break because Bobby Witt, he lunged just a little bit, just a little off his normal stride. He lunged and then he went down in a heap.
Cut a toe, one step past the bag and stumbled.
Yeah, it wasn't an injury. He just crossed his feet up.
But I love that. When I saw that quote from Bobby Witt, he just said, he goes, I know he's in my division and I shouldn't say it. He goes, but Jose Ramirez is who I watch. He's my favorite player because he always plays hard. And he said, at shortstop, you need to know that.
Yes, you do. The interior clock when guys go down the line.
Now the 1-2. You know, Dre, I'm not so sure if anybody admitted it out loud, but I have a sneaking suspicion that when Grady Sizemore was in the division for a decade, there were some guys that watched him and said, that's the way I want to play the game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You pay to see people like that play. Like Jose, like Witt, like Grady, absolutely right.
Line drive base hit to center field for Angel Martinez, and the Guardians have their hitting shoes on here in the 5th with their 3rd single of the inning.
Well, Martinez, his 2nd straight hit. He had a little flare last time, but he stayed back on the breaking ball and hit it nicely down in his zone. He liked it.
Brian Sweeney, pitching coach, out to visit with Noah Cameron after his 80th pitch of the afternoon. I wonder what he sees, if anything, or if this is just a time to go out. Let's just kind of do a reset mentally.
Well, yeah, you got Ramirez coming to the plate, and he just wants to get on the same page. Yeah, he's fine. Got a big 2-out base hit. Quan get it. Now you breaking ball. The breaking ball wasn't a bad pitch. It was down below the zone, but you got a base hit. Just give him a breather.
And you've got a young catcher back there, right?
Yeah,
it's not Salvador Perez back there who kind of runs the game himself. You got a youngster, so.
Good job, Brady.
Yeah, that's smart for the pitching coach to go out there and do it. But we know him. He's been here, so settle everything down.
Well, let's see if Jose can deliver. He is 0 for 2 today. Inside move to second. Quan is able to get back ahead of the tag of Jonathan India.
Last thing Rugi said to Kwani, watch them try to get you early. That was good coaching.
Well, this is one time he can hear him.
You heard him.
Out of play right side. Those who are here have inched down closer to the sunlight, especially.
They should all be allowed to sit in the first row.
Especially on the third base
No
side. Everybody's moving down as that sun continues to creep, or the shadows continue to creep. They'll keep moving.
Today should have been blanket day.
I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but
it doesn't. Just that you're closer to this. You're closer to the action. You get to see where all the rich people could sit.
You get to hear those conversations between Rugi and Quan. Right field. Caglione back on the track. Hairmaker just shy of the track. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. But the Guardians get 3 knocks here in the 5th. It starts with an Austin Hedges broken bat single to left, and he's putting the hammer down and coming home with a Quan RBI knock through 5, tied at 1. Time. And a pretty steady breeze blowing in off the lake. It felt like 22 in terms of the real feel, or the wind chill at the outset. Tom Bochenek says 10 Kansas City batters have seen at least 5 pitches from Gavin Williams this afternoon, which is why he just made his 90th pitch of the game here as we open inning number 6. He has fanned 8 Royals batters, walked 5, and given up just 1 hit, the home run by Carter Jensen in the 2nd inning. Vinny Pasquantino, he's got that good blend, Arch, of power and plate discipline. Like, he knows the strike zone pretty well.
He's a good hitter, no doubt. RBI guy. He's one that they count on in the middle part of that lineup. We mentioned yesterday he's had as many opportunities as anybody with runners in scoring position. Last year, a bunch of opportunities, and those are the guys you want up at that time.
Drilled to center, and Quan makes the shoulder high catch. 1 down. A word now from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Salvador Perez checked his swing and it glanced off the bat. Salvador Perez was the captain of Team Venezuela, the champion of the WBC this spring. After the final against the USA, Salvi donated his chest protector and shin guards to the Hall of Fame. Both pieces of the equipment were in the Venezuelan colors, but the one thing he kept was the game ball from the final.
Good for him.
You could see how much that meant to the players when they won that WBC, the 1-2 in the dirt. I mean, it is technically it's an exhibition. It's played during spring training, but for the guys who participated, in particular the guys from those smaller countries, it's different. It feels different. It hits different for them.
Well, they play their winter ball every winter, and they take it, very seriously. They enjoy it. They look for it. It's like the Olympics, man. They're out there. They're fighting. They want to represent their country.
And Rick, as Rugi Odor explained to Andre and I, especially for the members of Team Venezuela, everything that country has been through.
Right.
I think there was you saw some of that come out. The emotion came out from just everything that they know their family members and loved ones have been through. It's been a tumultuous number of years. Meant a lot. The 2-2. And it's just a bit high. Salvador Perez showing some patience here.
Well, he walked his last at bat, and he was down 1-2, and he took all the breaking balls off the plate. He didn't swing that. He didn't offer. We'll see what happens here. Comes back. He hung a breaking ball there to him. Probably wanted that one away. But we just don't know how tough it is to grip the baseball and throw pitches. That's why there's so many pitches that these Kansas City hitters are facing. When he's missing, a little bit. Not missing by a whole lot, but
another 9-pitch at bat, and he swats this one.
See what this ball does. This can of corn in center field. Look at that, and he hit that better.
And that's going to be it for Gavin Williams. He's just over 100 pitches on the afternoon, but it's April 7th, and it's just his third start of the year. And Stephen Vogt knows he needs the big rig for the long haul across country, so he's going to go to the bullpen. Cleveland Clinic call made for the lefty Tim Herron with the left-handed hitting Carter Jensen coming up. 1-1 here in the 6th.
You look at his pitches that he was throwing today, and it's so tough. You can see where these guys are swinging and missing. He's had some great breaking pitches. Balls above the strike zone, you can't catch up to that heater, but one hit he gave up, you're going to see what happens. There's the movement on that pitch there. The one hit he gave up, the cutter, I think, to Jensen, was the only one that was taken advantage of.
Carter Jensen, whose home run has accounted for the only run for Kansas City today, fouls that pitch off of his foot from Tim Herron. Jensen is 1 for 2 here on the afternoon. Hoosier Herron making his 4th appearance on the year. A couple of scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts. Carter Jensen checks his swing. He was a 3rd-round pick 5 years ago. Grew up 20 miles northwest of Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, a little town called Parkville, Missouri. Our director, Anthony Giassi, makes his home in Parkville.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he and Jensen had a plan. They were going to carpool to Kauffman Stadium this year, but Anthony decided to move to Cleveland.
He was a free agent. He ended up signing here in Cleveland.
The 1-2. But I mean, think about it. Obviously, it's a pretty cool deal when you're playing for your hometown team. But for him, it's the other added benefit is after day games, he can pop by mom and dad's and get a free meal. Checked his swing. Did he go? They appeal. He held up, says Adam Beck down to third.
Well, there's the side view. Here you go. That's the umpire's view. He's saying, okay, he checked it.
The payoff pitch is outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk keeps the inning alive for the right-handed hitting Jonathan India.
Second baseman, Jonathan India.
India struck out on the second. He walked in the 4th.
He looked like he was going to off and run.
He had a big jump.
Like he had a good jump.
You know, with Tim Herron, Stephen Vogt talked the other day about trying to figure out how to use him and Sabrowski. You know, he hasn't used Herron as much as Sabrowski, but he said, I'm going to need both of them. So you're trying to figure out, earlier in the year how this works, Arch.
Right.
So he's trying to figure out when to use each one. And
well, this tells me he's bringing in Hoosier.
Yeah,
earlier. And then, yeah, 6th inning and save Sabrowski for later.
That Sabrowski fastball has opened up some eyes, guys.
Yeah, he's done well when they brought him in.
Snap throw, almost threw it away,
man.
but a great job by Hoskins. That ball was kind of by Reese, and he just reached back and saved it like a goalie.
Yeah, goalie move is right. Look at he saved that man going to second base.
He can play goalie when they play that hockey game after this game today.
Nice save.
Caught the outside corner, 2-1.
Possibly have a guy running here, Arch, 2-2 count.
They could. Yeah, they could if they want to take him. He's going to have to go on first movement.
Line to right. Moving over is Capes, and he makes the backhanded catch. He runs through it, staying on his feet to retire the side. Midway through the 6th, we're deadlocked at 1.
And $2 pregame district specials presented by Miller Lite and Coors Light. Check it out at cleguardians.com/6packs.
David Fry going to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th for Cleveland. Noah Cameron, through the first 4 innings, he shut out the Guardians on just 3 hits. Gave up a run on 3 hits in the 5th inning alone, so he could be near the end of the line. They've got action in the bullpen. And his pitch to David Fry is up high. Talked about Carter Jensen being from the Kansas City area, the catcher. So is Noah Cameron. Cameron's from St. Joe, Missouri, which is just north of the city.
They stay hometown boys.
Yeah, and he pitched at Central Arkansas. That's not exactly a baseball, factory necessarily, but one thing about our game, man, it produces players from some of the smallest towns and the tiniest programs. If you're good, they find you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now, I suppose if you're a Noah Cameron and you're at Central Arkansas, if the scout does happen upon your game, you better be at your best that day, right? Because that might be the only time a guy comes by to see you.
That's true.
And how many stories have we heard over the years of guys who got, on somebody's radar because they were there to look at another player.
Right.
And they saw you.
I'm sure that happens a lot.
David Fry hits one high in the air, left center field, long run over for Isbell, and he circles under it to make the catch.
Yeah, you can see that ball's going nowhere today.
Yeah, his initial route was back, like angling toward the warning track, and then he just sort of put on the brakes and came in a little bit.
It's a great day to be an outfielder. You can cheat in. The only one, the one we did see was Jensen hit that ball out. It's a line drive, and it got out. But you put any air underneath it, and you're going to see an outfielder end up coming in.
Rhys Hoskins had an interesting at bat his last time up. He challenged a call that looked like it could have been strike 3. It was overturned. It was a ball. And then he was ultimately rung up on a nasty changeup on the outside corner. That would have loaded the bases with 1 out in the 4th inning. Instead, it was out number 2, and the rally fizzled. Up high. A ball and 2 strikes. Blew it by him, and that is strikeout number 5. Watt Brito, in his first big league at bat today, smoked a double to left field with 2 outs in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, put a good swing on it. First at bat, hit yourself a double.
Brito, 471 career minor league games coming into the season. Had a .273 average, 56 homers, 113 doubles in those 471 minor league games. This year, in just 9 games at AAA, he was off to a good start, batting .314 with 5 doubles. He's 24 years old. Line drive and a base hit left field, his 2nd hit of the day, and they've both been frozen ropes to left.
Tell you what, he's been he stayed back nicely, and he didn't jump. He's not jumping at his changeup, but he got a pitch that is like it's a cutter, and he just stayed right back. And boy, a nice swing. So he's 2 for 3, and that's going to do it.
Matt Quatrero is going to make the move to the bullpen. The Sarah Auto Park pitching change with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Left-hander Daniel Lynch will be coming on when we come back. Is that the only one?
Was it? No, there was one other one. I think it was the Mets. I don't see them. D-backs. Yeah, D-backs and Mets moved it up.
Swing and a miss by C.J. Kafis with 2 down and a runner at first base. Daniel Lynch on for the 4th time this year, the 6'6" lefty. Former first-round pick.
Yeah, we've seen him as a starter before in Kansas City.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you talked about. He flashes rotation ability, but it just doesn't stick. Maybe that's just consistency. But sometimes you wonder, don't you have to be more consistent to pitch out of the bullpen than as a starter?
Well,
I don't know.
It depends on how they use you, yeah. I don't know. Maybe a lot of guys, when you stay in that bullpen, you get more aggressive.
And that's what I'm sure they're looking for.
You're only looking for, let's say, an inning or a couple of hitters or whatever like that. But as a starter, you go out there, coming out of the bullpen as hard as you can and give them your best stuff and see what you got. Throw strikes, don't nibble.
Yeah, when you can throw mid to upper 90s from the left side, that gets people's attention. He strikes out Kafis, and we head to the
copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
7th inning, 1-1 ball game. Jack Caglione leads off for Kansas City, and Eric Sabrowski misses outside for ball 1. Last year as a rookie, Caglione hit a 466-foot home run, a Royals rookie record. And afterwards, he received a double kiss on the cheek from Vinny Pasquantino. And he said afterwards, just Italians being Italians. But I like the fact that those two guys, you know, have embraced it and they're having fun with it. And of course, you throw in the WBC this year, they're just taking it to another level.
Yes, they did.
Eric Sabrowski with the 2-2. Gassed him.
That's the elevation, the good fastball again. They've been able to, they've swung at a lot of high fastballs today. Get to 2 strikes, and this one's going to be out of the zone, but he's going to chase it. Tough to catch up to. Gets the strikeout, out number 1 here in inning number 7.
The Edmonton Oiler has just been overpowering here at the early portion of this season. Eight strikeouts for Sabrowski in just 4 2/3 innings of work.
Yeah, he's been very good.
His confidence, guys. You know, he said to me, he goes, I got called up a couple years ago, and I got to be a part of the best bullpen in baseball. He goes, so when I went in the offseason, he goes, that's where my confidence comes from.
I'll tell you what, he's pitching with confidence.
Yes,
it shows on the mound. You know, he doesn't waste any time. He gets the ball. Let's go. I'm coming at you. He doesn't mess around.
Boys in the back, if he ends an inning, keep the camera on him. He usually is pretty animated and fun.
Right back to the netting. I wonder if Eric knows. I was going to bring this up to him. I forgot. I wonder if he knows he's wearing Jose Ramirez's original jersey.
You got to tell him.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out. Back-to-back Ks. That's 10 strikeouts by Cleveland pitchers here this afternoon.
Batting for Kansas City, center fielder Kyle Isbell.
You know, because Eric, I think Eric made the comment just the other day, Dre, I wasn't there when he said it, but you know, he said, I'm grateful just to be part of what Jose Ramirez, just to have a little small part on the journey that his career has been.
You got to get Jose to sign his jersey.
That's what I was thinking. He probably doesn't even realize that.
Right.
Only weirdos like me would remember that.
Well, Andre, there you go. There's a story for you.
There it is. But I think that story tells a lot about Eric. You know, and Voter said that. He goes, he loves that Eric is kind of showing his personality now. Because at first, you know, when you come up to a big league team, aren't you keep to yourself? But guys like Jose and some of the guys in the bullpen are like, no, be you. Have fun.
You just try to fit in.
Right.
Well, now personality comes out. It's a good thing.
All plays into the confidence, though, right?
Yes,
you can't be
it
confident
does.
if you can't be yourself.
Exactly.
Kyle Isbell taking some time. Sabrowski trying to strike out the side here in the 7th. In the dirt. Now the 2-2 in the air, center field. Quan gathers it in, and the Royals go 1-2-3. Sabrowski does his job in inning number 7. Stretch time in Cleveland, tied at 1. Separated at birth.
What a combination.
Austin Hedges hits it hard right at third baseman Michael Garcia. And he has a play on him for out number 1. Sabrowski doing his job, setting him down 1-2-3 in the top half of the 7th inning. Jose Ramirez starting his 1,576th career game here this afternoon.
Wow. You know, Matt, last night a reporter brought this up, and I didn't realize it. They told Jose 20 of the 30 players that have that mark with, you know, with an organization are in the Hall of Fame. And you know how Jose is, but when he heard that, he kind of got a smirk, and it just made him realize how that's a number that's not
It's tangible now, right? It's like he can feel it.
Right. His face kind of, you know, kind of blew up like, oh my, this is important.
Slow chopper. Garcia cuts in front of Witt. Throws him out. 2 down. I still think, though, it's not just lip service. You know, he told you in Goodyear, and he continues to echo the sentiments that, yes, he's trying to appreciate these milestones and these moments as they come along, but he remains focused on one goal, and that's to win and to try to get the big prize at the end of the season.
Yes, he said that last night. He said the Hall of Fame stuff is great, but if he doesn't get a World Series, it won't be the same. He wants the World Series title next to his name as well.
2 down. Stephen Kwan, an RBI hit in the 5th, and he cuts and misses.
And really, when you talk to his teammates over the last few days about this, I think David Fry may have said it best. He goes, for all the things we talk about, he goes, he shows up every day, and the only thing he cares about is winning. You know, we celebrate stuff with him, and all he goes back to the guys is, you know?
Yes. I understand. It's like, hey, the bottom line is winning. You know, you're better when you win the whole time.
Right.
I also think as a young player, you may not appreciate it quite as much because everything's new and you're just going through it and you're not thinking about it. As you get a little older, as you get deeper in your career, you realize these opportunities are fewer and far between.
And it goes along so quickly.
Yes.
You know, you can say 10 years, and you know what, 10 years, that's a decade, and you go through it fast. Like Kwani said today, you know, Andre told you, 4 years. Boy.
Already?
Yeah, right.
My favorite story about this is Marcus Allen. As a rookie, he goes to the Super Bowl, and they blow out Washington.
Yeah.
And he takes himself out of the game because he wanted Greg Pruitt to get some carries. He's at the end of his career.
Right.
Greg Pruitt's first time ever going to the Super Bowl. And Marcus Allen said later, had I known that was the only time I was ever going to be in the Super Bowl, I would have never come off the field.
Yeah, right. Good point.
Guardians go 1, 2, 3, and we head to the 8th. Still deadlocked at 1.
Yeah, stay warm.
Top of the order for Kansas City here in the 8th inning. 1-1 ball game. Kansas City has 1 hit today, and 1 hit left the yard. Michael Garcia fouls it back. He is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Gavin Williams got the start for the Guardians today. He has now pitched 17 2/3 innings on the year in 3 starts, and he's given up just 5 hits. Swung on and missed. Sean Armstrong strikes out Michael Garcia, 1 away. How about our progressive defensive play of the game back in the 5th inning with 2 outs?
Boy, that's a nice one, huh? You get Witt going down the line on the backhand. You got to make a perfect throw and the stretch, and there you get him, and you see him stub that toe as he goes over the bag, going in head first. But that's hustling down the line, and a great play by Jose.
And the internal clock you have to have, knowing that speed, and he just got rid of it as quickly as he could.
Well,
but
you know,
he was accurate.
Yeah, right. You know that before the guy even puts the ball in play.
Popped him straight up behind the plate. Hedgie gives it a look, but it's over the netting. And guy in the front row had a shot, and he fumbled it away. Look at it, just went down,
well, you know, they're
down.
stiff. They haven't been able to stretch out, man. They're stiff. They can't reach out and try and get a baseball.
Your fingers may be
Watch out,
broken.
you might pull something.
Stayed in on him. 1-2 the count. Just a bit outside. And now the count is full for Witt. Missed on 4 straight, or actually ended up walking him on the payoff pitch. So for a base runner with 1 out here in the 8th inning. And that will bring up Vinny Pasquantino in 4 trips to the plate. Bobby Witt finally reaches base here. And that is the go-ahead run. And he could be off and running.
Oh, absolutely right. He will be off and running. Check out a move, and you know, Pasquantino. We'll see if he lets him go. Depends on what he's looking for. If he gets aggressive.
Not running, and it's low and inside. Ball 1.
Got to look at the 1 pitch.
There goes Witt. Hedges couldn't quite get the grip on the transfer, and a steal for Witt, his 6th.
It took him 1 pitch. He saw him. He knew he could get a jump. And what it did, it made Hedges try and rush his throw. Knowing he was going in the transfer, he just didn't get it into the right hand. So he's going to get another stolen base. And Witt now has 6 on the season.
Back out of play. This is the time of game where those stolen bases are very critical.
Oh, no doubt. If you can move 90 feet up, man, in this kind of weather, and then just takes a little base hit.
Three balls and a strike.
Good count now for Pasquantino to sit on something that he's looking for. Perez on deck.
Back-to-back walks.
Well, he wasn't going to make a mistake. He does have a guy that's a double play candidate here, but out comes Carl Willis. He wants to have a talk with him.
Yeah, Salvador Perez 0 for 2 with a walk. And as you said, Rick, he's always a double play candidate just because he's never run well.
Right.
And so if he hits it on the ground, you've got an excellent shot. Blaine Thomas going to pinch run for Pasquantino.
Running for Pasquantino is Blaine Thomas. Now batting for the Royals, the designated hitter Salvador Perez.
Inside corner, a called strike, and Perez will challenge it.
The call strike is being challenged by the batter. There's a strike. Kansas City has 1 remaining challenge.
Salvador Perez has been really good challenging from behind the plate as a catcher.
Yes.
But that time as a hitter, he does not win his appeal. See how that changes the rest of the at-bat now. The 0-1. He was swinging. I had a feeling if it was close, he was going to be up there getting after it. Now he's down 0-2. It's a little high. It's off the plate. He's able to hold off 2-2. Got in on him and popped it up on the infield. Rhys Hoskins really fighting that sun. Infield fly rule was in effect. Holds on for out number 2.
You watch how he gets on the inside where he can't get the head out, and he popped it straight up. So that's a second out, but you got one big one to get right here. The man who is the only hit for Kansas City and the only RBI, hitting the home run back in the second inning.
Royals have had plenty of base runners thanks to 8 walks. There go the runners. Throw to second and got him! Lane Thomas is thrown out to end the inning. We'll see if Kansas City challenges the call. It was very close, and Matt Quattrero look into the dugout. They will challenge the call, so we'll keep it right here.
Call on the field is out at second base.
Boy, oh boy.
Kansas City is challenged.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Hedgie did the right thing, because Witt, they didn't make him stop. He was at shortstop and took off.
You're never going to throw him out anyway,
no.
Right?
And the good thing, he went to the trail runner, but watch the tag. It looked like he may have gotten his foot in before the tag's there.
Sure looked like it.
You know, it was a great play and a great throw, and that's the way he had to go. But I don't know if he's going to be out. I mean, you can see where Witt is, and you got to make sure the guy goes. They did pinch run for Pasquantino, and Lane Thomas is there. Does he get the foot in before the tag comes from Roquio?
I think everybody on the field is convinced
After
you're
review,
right.
the call on the field is overturned.
Yeah.
The runner is safe. Kansas City retains their challenge.
So a double steal works, but you still have the 2 outs. This is a different angle. This is the one I like. Yeah, that foot gets there before the tag is there. So double steal.
0-1 count meanwhile on Jensen. More balls than strikes so far from Sean Armstrong. Boy, he made a good pitch when he needed to, though. He's ahead of a 1-2. Armstrong ready. The 1-2 offering is up high. And the 2-2 is fouled back into the seats. Again the 2-2. And he struck him out. Hedgie holds on to the foul tip. Couple of Ks for Armstrong. 2 more stranded for Kansas City. We move to the bottom of the 8th, and we're Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning in a 1-1 ball game. And the new pitcher for Kansas City is Nick Mears. First right-hander of the afternoon. Kind of an odd stat. Last year, Nick Mears, this was when he thrived on the road. In 35 road games last year, he gave up a 198 batting average and had a 208 earned run average. Schneemann tried to hold up. It's a called strike. Jack Caglione comes in from right field to take over at first with Lane Thomas now in right field. He did not go, and it's 1-2.
Get a look at the side. Close, close, close.
Second pinch hit on the year for Schneemann. 0 for 1 in his only opportunity. Jose Ramirez waits on deck. And Schneemann fouls it out of play. Right field, hooked it foul. The Guardians have had their leadoff man aboard just one time today. That was back in the 4th. Angel Martinez, whom Schneemann is batting for, had 2 hits today. 2 for 3 for Angel. Cleveland has hit Kansas City 6-1, but we remain deadlocked 1-1 on the score column.
Yeah, he was the one that led off that 4th inning with the hit. A little flare to right field, but got it started, and they couldn't get him around.
Steer wreck him out. 1 away.
That's going to be a changeup. It stayed upstairs, but look at the movement. Got him to chase it. He was out in front.
Got him on the back foot. He just barely got out of the way of it.
I think it might have been a little slider. Yeah, you see, he gets his back foot out of the way. Angel has a tough time doing that.
Jose rolls it to first. Caglione with the flip. 2 down. Nick Mears is a product of Sacramento City College, and that's an interesting baseball factory because it's produced a slew of major leaguers, including Larry Boa. Our guy Buck Martinez.
Oh, yeah?
Fernando Vina, Greg Bowen, Jeff Plauser, Chris Bosio.
Oh, wow. Couple more boys.
Kenny Forsch.
Wow. That's a lot of guys coming out of a place like that.
It's another unique element to baseball as a professional game is that the route to the big leagues can be from anywhere. I mean, high school, traditional four-year college program, but more junior colleges produce professional baseball players than any other sport. Chase DeLauder going to hit for David Fry here with 2 out in the 8th inning in a 1-1 game. And Nick Mears goes right at him with a fastball, but missed low, ball 1. I'm sure that's the reason Brian Sweeney went out there to talk to Mears. Just give him a little refresh on the scouting report. That one found the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. DeLauder. 5 homers, still tied for the league lead. That's in the dirt. Two one.
Oh, baby.
That was his pitch.
He had one. I put a nice swing in it.
He sure did.
He was looking for the heater, and he got it down and in, and he might have gotten away with one there.
Elevated that slider, not where he wanted it, I'm sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down here in the 8th. Homered in each of his first 3 regular season games this year. Check, did he go? He did not. And a full count. Adam Beck, kind of what he saw. Yeah, he didn't go.
No, he was able to check it. He's strong enough to keep it back there.
Inside, ball 4.
Looked like he tried to quick pitch him on that one.
And we'll get a pinch hitter for Rhys Hoskins as Kyle Manzardo comes to home plate.
Arch, we always talk about a guy when he's not going well, he's trying to, he's in between. And Zardo was that towards the end of spring training. They thought they kind of got him out of it, but Stephen Vogt talked today a little bit about seeing him try to do almost too much sometimes at the plate now.
Yes. Yeah.
But he did hit the ball well a couple days ago, but then yesterday tried to bunt, so you can tell it's becoming maybe a little bit more mental than physical.
Mental, yes. Trying to do anything to get, to get on base and get something doing and trying to help the ball club because you're hitting in that number 4 hole, and he's, what, 2 for 32 on the season.
But you said something yesterday about pinch hitting that may help him here. They found a spot for you. Go take advantage.
Got it in, ball 1.
Well, you don't have to hit home runs. You just got to get a base hit. Just throw something out there. Put a good at-bat together.
Popped in the air, left side, out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Chase DeLauder at first base. You know, you have to be careful that you don't get too far off the base into no man's land, but he's trying to make sure he gets a good secondary lead so that if Manzardo puts one in play, he can put the hammer down. Out of play left side. A couple of days ago, it looked like Kyle was making strides. You know, he had better at bats.
Right,
he
yeah.
hit some balls really hard, but you want to be rewarded.
Every day's a new day. You know, he's getting one chance today. Foul him off. See as many. Ooh.
They will challenge the catcher, Jensen.
Call ball is being challenged by the catcher.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look where that.
Call's overturned, the batter's out.
It's unbelievable. So that ends the inning, and we'll go to the 9th. Tied at 1.
MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
New pitcher is Cade Smith. Jonathan India leading off the 9th inning for Kansas City. 1-1 ball game. Back out of play. And it's 0-2. Defensively, some changes for the Guardians. Stephen Kwan is now in left field as Daniel Steeman goes into the game in center. Niall Manzardo taking over at first base. No more shade left on the left side of the ballpark. I think a lot of those folks have moved over toward the right side.
That's smart. You travel with the sun, the sundial. Follow that sun.
He did not go 2-2.
Okay. Didn't have time to get out there. That ball gets by you in a hurry.
Struck him out.
Comes a slider from Cade. We're going to get him for the first out.
That is the 13th strikeout for Guardians pitching today. Jack Caglione, he has struck out 3 times. Rolls this one to Juan Brito. And he throws him out, 1-2 down. And that will bring up Isaac Collins, the switch hitter. Collins walked to lead off the 3rd inning, but was promptly picked off by Gavin Williams. Struck out his last 2 times up. He is 0 for 6 in the series with 5 strikeouts. For a guy who spent last year in Milwaukee, he may be reconsidering his choice of divisional realignment.
Yeah.
Borderline a little high.
Well, we end up heading to Milwaukee this year.
That's right. We'll be back at.
Yes, we will.
At your other hometown. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. 6 Ks in the series for Isaac Collins. Royals go 1-2-3. Coming up in the bottom of the 9th. The rookie Juan Brito. Bottom of the 9th. Go figure. On the coldest day for a Cleveland baseball game in 8 years. If the Guardians don't score in the bottom of the 9th, we could be looking for
Extra
extra
innings. That's it.
John Schreiber on for the 5th time this year.
This is getting over right now.
I like it, Dre. Keep them thoughts going.
Yes, let's go.
Juan Brito, what a debut. He doubled in his major league first ever at bat in the 2nd inning, and then singled in the 6th. 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Hit that off of his front leg or foot. Again, he's a switch hitter from the right side. 2 line drive hits to left field. From this side of the plate, he blisters one foul down the right side. He knows how to find the barrel.
I'm telling you, he certainly has today. They tried to go inside on him, and watch how quick he is. That's in off the plate. You know, I know that might have been a breaking ball, but he's still got the head out.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Stephen Vogt said he noticed a calmer, more confident Juan Brito this spring. That's exactly what we have seen in his debut here today. Doesn't seem to be overwhelmed by the moment, and everything's under control. The actions today defensively and swinging the bat.
Good for him. This opportunity, now that Arias has gone down on the IL, could just open up the doors for this kid. Go out there and bust your way through.
Rolls it to third. Michael Garcia throws him out. 1 down. And that will bring up C.J. Kafis. 0 for 3 today. Kafis 0 for 7 in the series. He got the start against the lefty Noah Cameron because Stephen Vogt just likes the way Kafis has a very basic stay up the middle kind of approach. He figured, you know, against a lefty, that's the kind of guy you want to see in there. Obviously, with Chase DeLauder getting a scheduled day off, though DeLauder has come into the game as the DH now, pinch hitting in the 8th. Pulled foul.
And there'll be another lefty for Kansas City tomorrow going. Cole Reagans.
Yep.
Joey Cantillo will be pitching for the Guardians. That'll be another 1 o'clock game.
Hard hit ball up the middle and through, and C.J. Kafis, the winning run aboard here in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, he hit this at the right spot. He left that in and got it on the ground, but found the hole. You could see where Witt was playing him to pull. And he hit it to second base, and he was playing him to pull, so he found a hole, got himself a base knock. Saccone says that's a baby. 2 thumbs up. They want to score. They're cold. They want to go get something to eat.
Forget eating. I think it's just all hit all of us. Like without the sun over top of us.
Oh yeah,
the temperature's gone down big time over
That's
here.
all about real estate.
Yeah.
I got some. Hey, I got you a spot over here on the right side.
I know you offered.
And the first base camera bay.
I just told Murph, I go, man, we got to do this now. This is getting ridiculous down here.
So you're in favor of the moving the game up to 1 o'clock?
Yes. Thank you, whoever came up with it and agreed to it, because it's too cold now. Let's go, Bo.
Brian Sweeney, the pitching coach, went out for a visit. Now Bo Naylor climbs in, ready to roll. Down in the dirt, nice backhanded pick by Jensen, Carter Jensen, the young catcher. High, 2-0. The 2-1 is down at the feet again. 3 balls and a strike. Each team with an ABS challenge remaining. Every pitch becomes more and more critical. Outside, ball 4. So now the winning run moves into scoring position. And Brian Rocchio coming to the plate. Rocchio 0 for 3. He reached on an error by the pitcher back in the 3rd inning. He's since grounded out to 1st and 3rd. They really swing the infield around on the right side. Big hole through the left. Back foot breaking ball almost clipped him. Schreiber has not been able to find the mark with that pitch, and nobody's chasing it. He's thrown more balls than strikes. Pulled that into the Kansas City dugout off the facing. And it's 1-1. The 1-1. Up and away. Infield is back. Rocchio fouls it back out of play, and it's 2-2. Two on, 1 out, 2-2 pitch. Into right field. Around third, here comes C.J. Capus. Throw to the plate. And the Guardians walk it off. Book it. Brian Rocchio's 4th career walk-off hit evens the series at a game apiece. C.J. Capus started the rally with the base hit. And Cleveland wins it in the bottom of the 9th, 2-1.
Oh, baby, the walk to push a man into scoring position. You get another clutch hit.
Now, good for Rocchio. He was in a good hitter's count.
Yeah, and he just stayed back and found a hole between 1st and 2nd. Off and running, and they're not going to throw him out. I think everybody wanted to get that run home and say, let's go home, fellas. It has been a long, long day in the cold weather.
Let's get in a hot tub. That's
right.
What they're probably saying right now. Oh, man. Juan Brito in his major league debut had 2 big hits. Brian Rocchio walks it off. C.J. Capus screams home with the game winner. In a game that it felt like Cleveland should win.